Hi, thanks for watching. Okay, so I wanted to respond to Stephanie Harlow's posting on her community page on her YouTube channel. Basically, she's upset that her soon-to-be ex-husband has, posted on Reddit and other places on the internet, kind of really embarrassing videos about her. And I was one of the YouTube content creators who actually, made a couple of videos about the videos that her soon-to-be ex-husband put on Reddit. Okay, I personally believe it's fair use. But there may be another aspect. There may be another aspect about posting that maybe has nothing to do with fair use. Okay, I think there is an argument that could be made. I don't know if it's illegal. I don't know if she can make a legal argument. I know she's threatened to take legal action. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I think under YouTube's policies for people who post on YouTube, I think there is a category about hateful and derogatory content or content that could have the effect of harassing somebody. Okay. Now, I disagree that it falls under that. I think what her soon to be ex husband did on Reddit, that falls under I think that potentially could be harassing and hateful and derogatory. But I think people who are responding and reacting to the news of what's happening, okay, now that it is public, I think it's, I don't personally think it's illegal, but I do feel for her in a sense because I can see that the effect of people making YouTube videos is essentially to sort of give a voice or to sort of validate what her soon to be ex-husband Adam has done on Reddit. And even on Reddit, I think his content is now kind of scrubbed. So I feel uncomfortable because I think I was just responding to something that was public. Okay. And personally, I think, in a weird way, I think Stephanie could almost be happy that people are responding because, some people may be a little more negative, a little more positive. But I think just the fact that her case is getting a lot of attention, it's a double-edged sword because maybe she's embarrassed by it. But on the other hand, maybe more attention is directed to a situation where it looks like her husband is having a mental health crisis, and maybe that situation maybe deserves some attention. I mean, I'm only saying this honestly because I think in a situation that critical, maybe it shouldn't be sort of under the radar so much, because I, I don't know that anything's going to happen, anything serious is going to happen, but at least at the very least, some of the videos recently that Adam has been posting, I don't know where he's posting, but those videos, it looks as though he's having kind of a mental health crisis. Okay, and so I don't know what that means, but I would say it's probably almost better that more attention is given to it. Although, who am I to say that? So, anyway, personally, I don't know if it's so cool to be threatening to sue people or take legal action when it's pretty clear that was already public news. But on the other hand, I know that YouTube guidelines do have a category for, like, say, derogatory or harassing content or whatever. And the bottom line is, I don't want to litigate that, and I don't, I do this as a hobby. I mean, to be quite honest, I tried to be very fair in my response. I didn't say only positive things about Stephanie, but I was pretty much more favorable to her than I was to Adam. That said, I can agree that that's overall pretty embarrassing content, and I don't know. It's a tough decision for me because I believe a lot in free speech. And I think that once something becomes public, it's I hate to say it, but it's probably fair game. That said, I'm going to go ahead and put those videos on private. And the bottom line is, look, um, how would I say it? God, this is uncomfortable for me. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and put them on private. I don't really have a lot more to say about it. I mean, I don't think there's any noble cause in drawing that much attention to their divorce, to be quite honest. So I don't know if it's really high value news, really. Um, I think we should be allowed maybe to more freely talk about, and respond to people that are public figures. I mean, I would wish it to be that way. Um, and I don't think it's the Wild West, but I guess, sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and just bow out of this, and I'm going to put those videos on private. It's not that I agree with everything Stephanie's saying, and I don't think it's so cool maybe to threaten people in that way. I think she could maybe take the higher road on this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to see her point of view. And I think I can see that in a sense, people are sort of in a way, they're giving a voice, and they're giving like, how would you say, they're giving a platform to what Adam did, that I personally think was designed to embarrass her. Okay, so in that sense, I'm going to go ahead and put them on private. But you know, there's a part of me that doesn't really want to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and do it out of respect, and because I can see a point of view where maybe she has a point indirectly, like you know, I don't think that what I've done is directly harassing or, like, say, derogatory to her. I don't think so. But maybe in a way, I've sort of given a platform to Adam that maybe isn't appropriate. Okay, and even though I think it may be legal, maybe I'm just going to go ahead and just voluntarily, you know, withdraw those videos. Um, and yeah, so I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to like what I've done, or I don't think anybody's going to care. I have a very small channel. I know other people are happily continuing to post stuff about Stephanie. um, I don't really have an opinion about that, because I am a big believer in free speech as much as possible. But I'm going to go ahead and put them on private, just because, you know, what I do here is just a hobby, and I just I don't think I have, let's say, the caliber. I don't have the caliber to get into a big litigation over this. And I'm saying right here that I don't necessarily agree all the way, but you know, sometimes in life you have to concede. Maybe that makes me a coward. I mean, I said what I believe, but I think in this case, I'm going to go ahead and concede maybe some sympathy to what she's saying, even though I don't agree with it completely. I'm going to go ahead and try to honor her point of view, or you know, sympathize with her point of view to a point, letting it be known that maybe I don't agree completely, but I don't know. I've thought about it, and that's the decision I'm making. And anyway, I wish them the best of luck, to be quite honest. I mean, it looks like her husband's really having a mental health crisis. Um, that's pretty serious, you know. And in the end, I don't really care who's right or who's wrong. I mean, divorce, you know, divorce is ugly. I'm sure Adam is not as bad as Stephanie wants to say he is. I'm sure Stephanie is not as bad as Adam wants to say she is. So, you know, it's just a divorce. I wish them the best. And I hope that Adam either gets help, or, you know, somebody kind of watches out for him, because in the most recent videos, he looks like he's having a lot of trouble. So anyway, that's all I've got to say. And yeah, thanks for watching.